Hi, feel free to skip the intro if you want, but I just quickly wanted to say that I guess sorry that I haven't posted in forever. I posted my last video and since then I've had a few videos in the works. I filmed some of them have even gone through editing, at least partially, but then they just, I don't know, didn't work out. I hated them, and now it's the middle of November, time isn't real, we've been through this before, I think. Anywho, if you do want to see me more regularly, go follow me on Twitch. I stream all the time. And by all the time, I mean whenever. But I do usually stream at least a few times a week, at least once a week. I'm trying to be honest. But anyway, if you're on Instagram and you have a couple hundred followers maybe, if you're trying to post regularly, you may or may not have received a DM like this one. There are many different brands on Instagram that reach out to seemingly random Instagram users, offering them essentially the deal of a lifetime, an ambassadorship with their brand slash company, presented to you as a great collaboration slash brand deal, which many small creators who are, just starting out may get really excited by, and which is why this type of thing works. So what are these so-called ambassadorships? Well, usually the deal or offer will look something like this. They will give you a certain percentage discount, maybe 20-30%, depends on brand to brand, as an exclusive influencer discount code just for you, for any item on their shop or in the collection that they're now promoting. And you have to go and buy whatever it is on their site that you like. So once you receive your items, you have to post on your Instagram with them, sharing a special discount code for your followers generated just for you. And if anybody buys something with your code, then you may stand to earn a small commission, like, I don't know, 10% or something. Again, depends from brand to brand and the offer. Now, this doesn't seem that bad until you realize that these brands are DMing really small accounts, like mine, who have just a couple of hundred followers. And you might ask, well, what's wrong with that? Well, it's because accounts like mine, with my type of following, don't have any influence, realistically. And therefore, these brands are not looking for an advertising opportunity from you. The offer is the advertisement, and they are looking at you as a customer, not as a potential partnership. They want you to spend money with them at a seemingly special discounted rate, but still this rate is 100% more than if you didn't know who they were and weren't spending any money at them at all, with the vague illusion that you may profit from this exchange. And clearly not everybody sees these ambassadorships for what they really are, so how do they keep actually getting away with it? Well, first of all, the really small accounts that they are DMing don't realize that the brands know that you have no influence, and that the brand won't actually be benefiting that much from the promotion at all, but rather through the actual sale to the influencer. Another reason is that these tiny accounts may think that by appearing that they have a brand partnership, a discount code, whatever it is, that they are more important than they actually are, and this may give them a benefit in terms of a following. Their followers may think that they're more important than they are, and this may, grow their accounts. Especially because some of these brands within the influencer ambassadorship offer say that there is a potential of them reposting your pictures onto their much larger page. And obviously, because the way that these ambassadorships are presented, these influencers may think that they actually have a legitimate chance of earning money from this promotion. So why do the points above not make sense? Well, some of it I already explained, like the brand gains from the actual sale to the influencer rather than from any promoting that they may do. They don't want to work with you, they don't want you to work for them, they want you to be a customer. Also, someone with a really small following having like a brand deal or something of the sort automatically sends a red flag for anybody who comes across their page, because it is really obvious that they have a small following and there is no like practical or real reason that makes sense why they would have this partnership. So you may actually end up losing followers and losing engagement than gaining it. And third of all, the commissions that you may stand to earn are kind of impossible to attain because one, obviously, as a really small account, you do not have that type of influence. You may get a couple of your friends to buy something off this page. I'm not saying it's impossible, but a lot of the times these commissions come with an asterisk that you have to earn a certain threshold before you can cash it out, and at the rate that you exist on the internet, you would not earn that threshold for like 10 years. So in the end, it is not worth all that time, effort, energy to get that commission to even cover the cost of the initial purchase of the item, much less to get a profit from it. Now, if you're fully aware of what these ambassadorships mean, that they are not like a legitimate promotional opportunity, they're not a brand deal, you can kind of take advantage of it. Like, for example, if a brand reaches out to you about this ambassadorship, or you see a brand has these ambassadorship opportunities and you actually like their products and you like what they're offering and you would buy it anyway, it's kind of a really easy way to get a nice discount code. And if that is your intent, go ahead, why not benefit from getting these items for a little bit cheaper, I guess. But if you're patient and you get put on the right mailing lists, you may actually wear them down so much that in the end, they will actually send you a free product. Now, this won't be the case for every brand, and this is not a simple, quick way of getting free products. It is not foolproof, it is not 100% guaranteed, but let me tell you about my experience with, I would guess, a specific brand, but it's not actually a specific brand because the brand has changed like 10 times, but I'm not gonna get into that too much. So a couple of years ago, I got yet another DM of this type for a company that was selling accessories and I think primarily watches. Kind of liked the watches, but they seemed way too expensive for what they were. They were in like, you know, around $100, maybe over $100, and they look nice, but I was not prepared to spend that amount of money at all for these watches. But I ended up writing to them just to see, you know, like what type of deal I could get out of them, basically. Now, mind you, I will not have like, I don't think any correspondence besides some of the promotional emails that they've sent me, because at the time I didn't think I would need receipts. Plus, it's nothing special, so I'm just telling you what happened. Anyway, long story short, I got put on one of their like influencer, quotation marks influencer, mailing lists. So I would get emails similar to like, oh, you have a limited time influencer spot, 30% off something, whatever the deal was, claim it now, yada yada. But it still wasn't worth it to me. I didn't really want these watches at that price, so I kind of just ignored them. But I didn't unsubscribe my email from the list for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe I was just lazy. I don't know. So over time, I received more and more of these emails. And like I said, over time, the brand that I initially subscribed to changed its name, but I'm pretty sure it's the same company and it's just changing its name, which is another sort of scammy thing that I'm not gonna get into, but essentially like the business isn't like doing so well, so they're rebranding and like relaunching. But now I ended up receiving offers that are much better than the first few last chance limited offer deals that I got before. So at this point, I have been getting these emails so long that they offered me basically a $200, I think, or $150 worth discount on the entirety of their store, so I could get anything worth that much for free. And mind you, the watches that they're selling cost around that much, which is it's kind of ridiculous. So I was like, huh, interesting, let me go check out, maybe, you know, I'll go get a free watch, why not? I don't have a watch currently. I kind of like their watches. Let me see what I can get for free. The only unfortunate thing is that I have to pay shipping to have it shipped to me, which initially I thought was, oh, so this is their stick, like now they're just, you know, they're putting the cost of the watch in the shipping essentially. That's how they're like earning money. I mean, that's also something, you know, other brands do as well. Oh, it's free, just pay shipping, and then they kind of hide the cost of the product in the shipping. But actually, I found out that if I put a German address rather than my own, because the company that is offering this is based in Germany, it will cover also the shipping. So any German friends, if you would like a free watch, DM me and I'll have one sent to you. And one of the latest emails that I got within like maybe the last 2 weeks or something said that this is it, this is the last email, this is the last time we're reaching out to you for a collaboration, you have 24 hours to respond. But then I got another promotional email like a week ago, and then I got the exact same email about, oh, this is the last time we're reaching out to you, you got 24 hours. So sorry if I don't believe you. And of course, this is another one of their tactics, that they are putting a time limit pressure on you. They're saying, oh, you have a week, you have 24 hours to say yes to this deal, and then it's gone forever. You'll never get an offer as good as this anymore. And that obviously doesn't give you enough time to consider whether or not this is actually a good deal, if you want to take it, and you're pressured to buy their items because of the fear of missing out on it. Anyway, if you have seen some of my plant videos in the past, you may or may not have noticed that I actually had a discount code for plants.com for a while. Now, though this was sort of through their like ambassadorship program, it's not really a program at all. This was completely different to anything else and like the ambassadorships that I am talking about now. First of all, they didn't reach out to me, and as far as I know, they don't really reach out to anyone. Maybe, you know, they're like actual like big influencers that they do work with and whatever, but they're not sort of promoting these ambassadorships like these other brands do. And I reached out to them because I saw on their website that they had like a little section saying, oh, you know, if you're a content creator or whatever, reach out to us and like and see what we can come up with, whatever. But I'm not actually sure if they have this on their website anymore, because I was looking for it the other day just for the video and I couldn't find it on their page, so they might have even gotten rid of it altogether. But like I said, I was the one who reached out to them as someone who had purchased many plants for them, who love their company, you know, being fully aware that I have a very minimal amount of following, but I still reached out to them being like, you know, worst case they say no, I guess. But they did end up giving me a discount code. Now this wasn't a affiliate code, this was just a discount code in my name, so it was Monday10, it was for 10% off, and at no point did I stand to earn anything. It was just because I really liked the company. I knew that I would be ordering that from them again, so this meant I just had like a nice little discount. I knew plenty of other plant friends who would benefit from having a 10% discount off their site, so that's the reason. And that's really the extent of it. I just thought it was worth mentioning it since, you know, I'm kind of shitting on these like ambassadorships, but yet I technically was a part of one. You know what I mean? But I really don't think it's the same at all. It was literally just me sharing a discount code that I stood to earn nothing from at any point. Anyhow, the point of this video is that these ambassadorships can be kind of really predatory and show that not everything that sparkles is gold. Especially if you do not have a large following. And by a large following, I mean like several thousand followers at the minimum. Like that's where you can start to maybe, you know, think about whether an ambassadorship like that could benefit you. But even so, like, you need to realize that your influence is really small, and legit brands that legitimately want to work with you would not actually gain anything from your minuscule offer of influence. And lastly, I just quickly want to say that I don't blame anyone who has sort of fallen for this type of thing. Like, this form of marketing can be very tempting and it can seem like a really great opportunity, but hopefully the majority of people see it for what it is, that it's a sales pitch and not a sponsorship or a brand deal. Perhaps scam is slightly too harsh of a word, and you know, these different ambassadorships have different terms. Some are more predatory than others, and it's not like they're outright lying to you necessarily or like coercing money out of you. They're not like blackmailing you. Although about the lying thing, they do a lot of this limited time offer only, when that's blatantly not true. I've had limited time last deal, you know, grab it now for like 2 years, so you know, keep that in mind. But in general, I do think they are quite predatory. They're misleading. They prey on people who want to be influencers, they want to be prominent on social media, and obviously, you know, they want to make a career out of it, and getting sponsorships and, you know, earning money that way is, you know, a step to doing so. So this may seem like, oh, this is how I start doing that. But yeah, just be aware. And the fact that the majority of these brands, especially if they're the ones reaching out to you, this is definitely marketing, because they are a relatively new company. They are not established yet. You don't know what sort of quality of items they actually produce. Are they like actually a good company? You do not want to be promoting anything and everything, because that can come and bite you in the ass real hard, especially if you're promoting something that is a little bit sketchy, if the products aren't that good quality, and somebody does end up taking like your advice essentially and being like, okay, I trust this person, I will buy what they say I should, and then it ends up being crappy. It just reflects badly on you, so just be careful. Anyway, I just found the topic really interesting. Lately I've been getting a lot more like influx of DMs of this sort, and I find it hilarious because I've posted like maybe 3 times this year, and you know, the general template of the DM is something like, we love your feed, I think you would like fit in really well with our aesthetic, and my Instagram feed is like not representative at all of like what this brand would want. Even though the clothes or whatever that they are reaching out about, I would 100% wear. I think like they look nice, but just the way of their marketing tactics, I would never buy from them. And also, hilariously, I got one of these DMs to my private account, like my private Instagram account. You can't even see what my feed looks like, and you're sending me this offer. Like how dumb is that? Anyway, that's where I'm gonna leave that. Be careful online and in what you promote, and especially if you are a small creator, be careful, make good choices. That's it, that's the video.